Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel as Rocket. Friends, in this video, we are just going to discuss MEG-5 Literary Criticism and Theory Block 1, complete Block 1, in which though we're gonna discuss Unit 1 to 6, that is Literature, Criticism and Theory, Unit 2 Overview of Western Critical Thoughts, Unit 3 20th Century Developments, Unit 4 The Function of Criticism, Unit 5 Indian Aesthetics, and Unit 6 Resistance to Theory, yeah, How to Read a Reader. So, friends, without any delay, let's start this video. Friends, one thing I just want to say, this is for the exam purpose only, so that's why we just included all the important key points, important questions as well in this video. So let's start this video. What is literature? Literature is a writing that is considered to be a work of art. What is literature? किसी भी written form को जो एक work of art के रूप में consider की जाए literature कहलाती है. That includes novel, plays and poetry. This means you can say this includes all the imaginative writing. This is a method of recording, preserving, and transmitting knowledge and entertainment. And this can also have a social, psychological, spiritual, and political role. Secondly, lots of the saying regarding literatures is in front of you. Firstly, Robert Frost says, literature is a performance in words. R.G. Rees says that study of literature cannot solve our problems like malnutrition, war, violence, etc. So literature seems very unimportant. Third, Roland Barthes that says literature is the question minus the answer. And the next one, Matthew Arnold says the best that has been thought and said in the world is known as literature. So this was all about the literature. Now, next on literary criticism. What is literary criticism? Literary means literature and criticism means judgment. When someone asks you whether you like a particular book, a novel, a short story, and you say yes or no, it means you are on the threshold of literary criticism. Threshold means the level at which something starts to begin, yeah, starts to happen. But when she or he asks you why, and then you started attempting an answer trying to rationalize your perception, so it means you are doing literary criticism. So we can say that it is the study, interpretation, assessment, evaluation of the literary works. This involves analyzing the text means examining of the text, considering its context and offering a reasoned opinion or argument about its meaning, value and impact. And you can say it is used to develop an argument about the text based on the evidence. Now, types of literary criticism. There are so many kinds of literary criticism. One by one, we will discuss them all. Firstly, formalism that focuses on text structure, language, and literary devices. Second, historical literary criticism. Historical literary criticism examines the text in its historical context. Third, biographical literary criticism that considers the author life and his or her experience. Fourth, sociological literary criticism, which analyze the text relationship to social and cultural forces. Next one, psychoanalytic literary criticism, which interprets the text in terms of its psychological lens. Next one is feminist literary criticism, which examines the text portrayal of gender and power dynamics. Next one is reader response literary criticism, which emphasizes the text on reader's subjective experience and interpretation. Next, we will discuss about the literary theory. This is a systematic study of literature which focus on how it is created, interpreted and analyzed. Means and कि why we are just going to study the literature and how we can create that. Why this is important? Because this enhances the understanding, encourages the critical thinking, meaningful interpretations about which it discusses interdisciplinary connections, means such as history, philosophy, and sociology to provide a broader perspective. Now, the last topic and the most important topic of this Unit 1 is the difference between literary criticism and the literary theory. Firstly, the definition of literary criticism, that is the study, analysis, evaluation, explanation, assessment, discussion of different aspects of literature that judges the values of a work, means examines the work, and a good criticism assess good qualities of a literary work as well as its shortcoming also. This discovers excellencies and weaknesses and then pass the appropriate judgment. This is the reasoned consideration of literary works and their issues. This is any argument about literature, whether or not specific works are analyzed. Next, it is the exposure to the reader what is good in literature and making literature easier to understand, right interpretation, enjoyable, and more interesting. Basically, we can say literary criticism is all about the analysis, assessment, एंड अ गुड क्रिटिसिज्म एज आई टोल्ड यू वो होता है जो इसकी शॉर्टकमिंग्स एंड गुड क्वालिटीज बोथ को ही डिस्क्राइब करता है. द नेक्स्ट वन इज लिटरेरी थ्योरी. This is the understanding of the nature and the function of literature, and this is the relation of the text to its author, reader, and society. Basically, this is the frame that supports the literary criticism. So this establishes general principles, set of rules about how a literature works and how criticism works. So this theory refers not to the meaning of a work of literature but to the theories that reveals what literature can actually mean. This is a description of the underlying principles, one might say tools, by which we attempt to understand literature. This formulates the relation between author and its basically work particularly. Friends, very short time we do have for our exams. So that's why I just made this simple presentation for you all. So please, if you like this video, please do like it and subscribe my channel as well. So just take your headphone and listen it very carefully. This is the most important topic that just came out in our June 24 and December 24 examination. So literature as mirror. Just like mirror reflects our appearance, literature also reflects our values, structure, struggles, and realities of our society. Whereas literature not only reflects the beautiful picture of society but also responsibility towards the society. Literature serves as a reforming mirror in which society can look at them and can take positive action against change. It's important for us as well to take a glance at works of literature to understand how literature truly declares the society. Literature puts a major impact on the development of society. According to Munshi Premchand, literature is an analysis of life. He said that literature can be in the form of an essay, a story, a poetry, a novel, and he also add that literature criticize and classify our lifestyle as well. So basically, we can say literature reflects societal values, beliefs, and experience. It shapes perspective and potentially influences social change. It preserves our culture, like our identity, yeah, the memory of childhood, yeah, anything. It is the artistic expression because literature provides a platform to author for exploring complex themes, emotions, and to challenge societal norms. Next one, literature as history. So basically, literature and history are interconnected fields where literary works can serve as valuable historical resources, reflects societal values, beliefs, and events of their times. Literature reflects and records society and history. So, main point, literature as a historical source. Literary texts such as fiction, poetry, non-fiction, these all can offer insights into the past that are not always captured in traditional historical documents. They can reveal cultural norms, social structures, and the perspective of ordinary people. Like a novel written in a particular historical period might illustrate how people lived at that during time, how they worked and how they could interacted with each other during that particular time period. Second point, we can consider history as a context for literature. So historical events, yeah, social context significantly influence the creation of literature. Understanding the historical period in which literary work was produced can help reader interpretation the author's motivations and characters actions as well. Like a novel about war, will likely be informed by the historical events of that war and societal responses to it. So, friends, here refers to the idea that literature, novel, poem, plays, and other written works can serve as a record of the time in which it was created, yeah, offering insights into the values, beliefs, struggles, and experience of people from the past. How literature can function as a history. So, we can write these 4 to 5 points. Firstly, reflecting social and cultural context, documenting of historical events, expressing ideologies and movements, emotional and psychological truths. Like unlike factual historical records, literature can convey the emotions, fears, and hopes of the individual. So, friends, this is all about the unit 1, and in next video we will discuss the unit 2. So, please do like it and share this as well. Thank you.